Building approvals fall over 8%. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, I'm Florian Heise and welcome to another episode of Heise Says. I'm still working through my morning stein of coffee when the ABS has released the latest building approval data. I thought, well, definitely something we should all go through, particularly with all the news that we're getting from the real estate sector and from the media. Now the trend change, seasonally adjusted, estimate is at over 8%. So let's have a look through this media release before we go through the rest of the data. The number of dwellings approved fell 0.8% in October 2019 in trend terms and has fallen for 23 months. 23 months! And this is according to data released by the Australian Bureau of Statistics today. The fall was driven by approvals for private sector houses, which decreased by 0.9% in October, said Daniel Rossi, Director of Construction Statistics at the ABS. Private dwellings, excluding houses, fell by 0.5%. Across the state and territories, dwelling approvals fell in the Northern Territory 11.1%, New South Wales 4.6%, Queensland 1.4%, Western Australia 1%, Tasmania 4.5%, South Australia 3.1%, the Australian Capital Territory 3.1%, and Victoria 1.3% recorded increases in trend terms. So Victoria was up. It looks like New South Wales, Queensland, Northern Territory and Western Australia were down, so Tasmania, South Australia, ACT and Victoria were up. Approvals for private sector houses fell in New South Wales, Victoria, Western Australia and Queensland. South Australia rose 2% in trend terms. The seasonally adjusted estimate for total dwelling approvals fell 8.1% in October, driven by a 11.3% decrease in private dwellings excluding houses. Private sector houses fell 7%. Now this 11% decrease in approvals, well, in private dwellings excluding houses, might that have something to do with the significant decline in confidence with regard to the apartment sector? Let me know your theories in the comments below, guys. And if you're in the construction game, please let us know how it's going for you. I know we've got some of the guys who are working on big apartment projects and they're, flat out for another year or two. But that's the advantage of being on one of those big jobs. You got a big chunk of work lined up. But what about the people that do the smaller projects? I know talking to other engineers, it'd be good. You'd want one or two big jobs because that'd be enough just cash flow keeping everyone in. Then all the little ones would just be stuff you do around everything else, be extra money coming in. The problem is when the big ones disappear and all you have are the little things, then it gets a lot harder to make decent coin and to keep everyone, employed. The value of total building approvals fell 0.7% in October in trend terms and has fallen for 2 months. The value of residential building fell 1.2%, while non-residential building fell 0.2%. So everything is falling down. Let's have a look at the key figures. So total dwelling unit approves were 13,169. That's down 0.8%. October 18 to 19. So it's down, and this is not in seasonally adjusted, down 18.2% since this time last year. Private sector dwellings are down 15.1%. Private sector dwellings excluding houses are down 23.5%. Total dwelling units approved are down negative 8.1%. Private sector, and this is seasonally adjusted, down 7, down 11. From last year to this year, it's down 23%. Private sector dwellings excluding houses is down 38%. And I've updated my building approvals chart, and I will bring it up here, which we're going to look at below. You can see that spike that I was talking about last month, where it jumped back up, and everyone's saying, "Oh, it's easing off, it's going good." All this stuff was coming out of the media. They're just responding to one little uptick, and they are running with it. Oh, the real estate boom is up. Oh, FOMO, you've got to buy in now. Look at these building approval figures. They're up. Is this intentional? Is the media just, trying to generate hype, generate buzz? Or are they just not looking at the fundamentals, or they're not looking at the bigger picture, or are they believing everything they say? You know, a viewer sent me a link to telling me that, you know, the mortgage clearance rates are at 80% in Sydney, but you only have a 68% reporting rate. So they need to start giving ranges of this data. Anyway, you can see here that trend up just before has shot back down. So the October key points, let's have a look here. The trend estimate for total dwellings approved fell 0.8%. The seasonally adjusted estimate for total dwellings approved fell 8.1% in October. The trend estimate for private sector houses approved fell 0.9% in October. The seasonally adjusted estimate for private sector houses fell 7% in October. Private sector dwellings excluding houses. The trend estimate for private sector dwellings excluding houses fell 0.5%. Seasonally adjusted estimate for private sector dwellings excluding houses fell 11.3%. So look at that. Look at how big a seasonally adjusted decline that is, guys. These are significant numbers that we're talking about here in the run-up to Christmas and the flow on to next year. Because you have to understand, it's going to flow on to other parts of the economy. And I want to see these retail figures. We've got job advertisements data that's come out as well today, and I'll have a look at that, and that's not looking too good either. We had manufacturing data that I looked at this morning, the PMI there, that's in decline. And yet, well, I mean, is this all going to come together and the RBA are going to cut rates faster than anticipated? Some people were saying in the middle of next year. Will it happen quicker? What do you think, guys? You know, place your bets in the comments below. Let us know, and we'll see. Try your predictions. Because how much you want to, will you put a carton on that the RBA is going to say these figures were unexpected? So the value of building approved. Trend estimates of the value of total building approved fell 0.7% in October and has fallen for 2 months. The value of residential building fell 1.2% and has fallen for 8 months. The value of non-residential building fell 0.2% after rising for 14 months. Seasonally adjusted estimate for the value of total building approved fell 4.7 in October. The value of residential buildings fell 11.9, while the value of non-residential buildings rose 4.2%. Let's look at the state trends. Let's see how all the different states are going. We've got New South Wales here. There we go. So New South Wales, total dwelling units, private sector. I mean, you can see there, look at that. That's a clear trend. The trend estimate for total units approved in New South Wales fell 4.6. For the number of private sector houses fell 2.3 in October. And Victoria, again, it's not as sharp as New South Wales. The trend estimates for total number of dwellings approved in in Victoria rose 1.3% in October. So it's slightly up, barely noticeable on the chart. The trend estimate for the number of private sector houses fell 1.7%. And Queensland, the trend estimate for the total number of dwelling units approved in Queensland fell 1.4% in October. Trend estimate for the number of private sector houses fell 0.1% in October. South Australia, the trend estimates for the total number of dwellings units approved in South Australia rose 3.1% in October. Trend estimates for the number of private sector houses rose 2% in October. So South Australia is ticking up. Western Australia fell 1% and 0.2%. You can see, I mean, look at that trend there, guys, how it's all heading. So just see the overall. In Queensland, yep. But New South Wales trending down, Victoria's overall units are not looking too healthy, are they? So guys, before we finish up, let's just jump to trading economics, and let's have a look at the 5-year data. We can see it's oscillating here, the 10-year data and the 25-year data. I mean, there you go. It is going, up and down. What's the max data that they have? So we're not as bad as other periods, you can see, but it's not looking too healthy, is it? Guys, look at this last year. How do you think it's all going? Is this affecting you? Are you planning to deal with this in your business, guys? These figures. Let us know in the comments if you felt it in your trade. Because I mean, this is the thing. Part of me wanting to, look at these videos and learn about this stuff is I'm hearing all this stuff in the news, how it's all booming, it's going good, and then I'll be talking to other architects and their fees are just dreadful. They're so low, and you know, you're losing jobs where other people are putting a fee in at half your fee or 30 your fee. And we go, well, if it's all booming and all going good, why is the market at rock bottom? Let me know what you think, guys. How are you planning to deal with this? Are you surprised in this decline? Do you think the RBA will respond? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you enjoy the content and want to help us produce more, I have a Patreon where you can make a donation. We also have Amazon and eBay referral links where we receive a commission. And we have merch on the Heise Says website. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.